Right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So let's start our let's start our session. So in the previous session, we started discussing about AWS Cloud, and we started discussing about the services present in the AWS Cloud. And you all remember we all started with a service called what? We all started with a service called
EC2.
EC2. We all started with a service called EC2. And we have learned in the previous class, like how to launch an instance. And you all know, I have used some time. I have told that. Yes. So you all know that the terminology we are using here, actually, we are using the terminology called instance, EC2 instance. Instance is nothing but what? It is a computer. Instance is nothing but computer or server. Okay, in our according to our understanding, it is like a server or computer, but AWS terminology, according to AWS terminology, we are calling it as a computer or server. According to AWS terminology, we are calling it as an instance. So let me log into the AWS cloud. So మనం లాగిన్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు చూడండి ఒకసారి లాగిన్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు when we go to the AWS dashboard, AWS console, by giving the website name called aws.amazon.com. aws.amazon.com అనే వెబ్సైట్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చి మనం లాగిన్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు మనకి ఈ విధంగా హోమ్ పేజ్ అనేది కనిపిస్తుంది. మన సైన్ ఇన్ టు ద కన్సోల్. యూ విల్ ఫైండ్ అన్ ఆప్షన్ కాల్డ్ సైన్ ఇన్ టు ద కన్సోల్. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్లిక్ ఆన్ దట్ sign in to the console. Once you click on that sign into the console, here you have two options. ఇక్కడ చూడండి two options ఉన్నాయి. మీరు ఏ యూజర్ తో లాగిన్ అవ్వాలి వన్స్ మీరు అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత? Which user you have to select for logging into the account? You have to select root user. Since you are the owner of the account, you have to select root user. So we have selected root user, and I'm giving the root user credentials. All these credentials will be set up. We will set up all these credentials at the time of creating an AWS account itself. మన అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడే ఇవన్నీ కూడా సెట్ చేసుకుంటాం. So anyhow, we are logging into the AWS account by providing the credentials. Credentials ఇచ్చి మనం AWS అకౌంట్ లోకి లాగిన్ అవుతాం. సో ఆల్రెడీ మనం చూసాం ఇంతకు ముందు EC2 అనే సర్వీస్. మనం ఏ సర్వీస్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం ప్రస్తుతానికి? దానికంటే ముందు మనం అసలు ఏ రీజన్ లో ఉన్నాం? టోటల్ గా మనకి AWS రీజన్, AWS క్లౌడ్ లో how many regions are there totally? According to our discussion, how many regions are there? As we said in the previous sessions, totally 25 regions are there. AWS cloud లో మనకి టోటల్ గా 25 regions వరకు ఉన్నాయి ప్రస్తుతానికి. సో మనం ఏ రీజన్ లో ఉన్నాం అంటే ఏం చెప్తారు మీరు? how can you say in which region you are at now? So you are in the Mumbai region. It is clearly showing you are in the Mumbai region. So you are going to use the services. Now you are going to use the service called EC2. EC2 అనే సర్వీస్ ని మనం ఎక్కడి నుంచి యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం? ముంబై అనే రీజన్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తాం. So in Mumbai region, I am using a service called EC2. Click on EC2. I am going to launch an instance. Okay. Now I am going to launch an instance called EC2. How I am going to launch an instance? You see just. So as of now, you see, once I select the EC2 service, this is how you'll see the dashboard looks like. This is how the dashboard looks like. Okay. So there are many options here. You see on the left hand side, it is showing like EC2 dashboard, EC2 global view, and when you come down, we have options like instances, instance types. Okay, there are many options here on the left hand side. Images, Elastic Block Store, like that. There are many options. That's okay. We will discuss all these things. So when we want to launch an instance, we will go for selecting an option called instances. Instances running. See here we have an option called instances running. Click on instances running. We'll click on instances running and just click on launch instances. And when you click on launch instances, it will ask us some options. It will ask us to select few options. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం లాంచ్ ఇన్స్టాన్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తామో కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఫస్ట్ ఆప్షన్ you have to give some name to your server. మీ ఇన్స్టాన్స్ కి ఏదైనా నేమ్ ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వచ్చు, లేదంటే ఇది is an optional. This is an option. It is not mandatory that you have to provide name. Okay, you can directly go to the option called selecting an operating system. Main option ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ మీరు చేయాల్సింది ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. So we have seen already either we have selected Ubuntu operating system in the previous class. Now I am going to choose a Red Hat operating system. So as I told you, what is this Ubuntu, Red Hat, all these things? These are different flavors of Linux operating systems. These are different flavors of Linux operating systems, Ubuntu, Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux. There are many other OS. There are different flavors in the Linux. That's why we can select any one operating. We have to select at least one operating system while launching an instance. మీరు ఇన్స్టాన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఏంటంటే ఖచ్చితంగా ఏదో ఒక ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ని సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి. వై? బికాస్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ లేకుండా మనం ఇన్స్టాన్స్ లాంచ్ చేయలేం కాబట్టి యూ హ్యావ్ టు సెలెక్ట్ అన్ ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్. So that's why I'm selecting an operating system called Red Hat. I'm going with the Red Hat machine. I'm coming down. Second step is you have to select the instance type. Instance type అంటే మీరు ఒక మెషిన్, మీరు ఒక సర్వర్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఆ సర్వర్ యొక్క కెపాసిటీ కూడా ఆలోచిస్తాం మనం. సో ఇక్కడ కెపాసిటీ అనేది ఎలా ఇచ్చారంటే ఇన్స్టాన్స్ టైప్ విల్ టాక్స్ అబౌట్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ ద మెషిన్. వాట్ కెపాసిటీ? ర్యామ్ కెపాసిటీ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ప్రాసెసర్ కెపాసిటీ. ఇక్కడంతా కూడా మనకి కేటగిరీస్ ఉంటాయని చెప్పాం. ఇన్స్టాన్స్ టైప్ లో కేటగిరీస్ ఏమి ఉంటాయి మనకి? ఆల్రెడీ వీ హ్యావ్ సీన్ ద కేటగిరీస్ లైక్ T2.nano, T2.micro, T2.small, T2.medium, T2.large, T2.2x large, T2.x large. Like that we have several categories. We can select any one category. Based on our requirement. Suppose నాకు నా RAM capacity నాకు ఒక 2 GB చాలు అనుకుంటే, if I feel that for my server 2 GB RAM capacity is sufficient. See T2.small, I am selecting a category called T2.small. How much RAM I am getting with this option? 2 GB RAM I am getting, and one processor, only one CPU I am getting. Okay, if you feel that the processor capacity is not at all sufficient, you can go for choosing another category. You can go for choosing another particular one. See T2.medium. How many CPUs you are getting when I select T2.medium? I'm getting 2 CPUs and I'm getting 4 GB RAM. So instance type will give you the RAM capacity as well as the processor capacity. Suppose if I go with the category, if I go with instance type called T2.medium అనే instance type select చేస్తే I'm getting 2 CPUs as well as 4 GB RAM capacity. So it is clearly mentioned here. మనకి ఎలా తెలుసు అంటే ఇక్కడ క్లియర్ గా చెప్పున్నారు. 2 CPUs వస్తాయి మీకు, 4 GB. Why we are going? Why? See, actually this is how it is designed. అంటే మామూలుగా మనలాగా i5 ప్రాసెసర్, i7 ప్రాసెసర్, ఓకే, i3 ప్రాసెసర్, ఇట్లా డిఫరెంట్ ప్రాసెసర్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే జస్ట్ మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలన్నమాట. కేటగిరీ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటే ఎన్ని ప్రాసెసర్స్ వస్తాయని వాళ్ళు చెప్తారు. సో మనం మీకు మీ ప్రాసెసర్, మీ కంప్యూటర్ స్పీడ్ బట్టి, మీ సర్వర్ స్పీడ్ బట్టి, మీ ఎంత పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ కావాలి అనే దాన్ని బట్టి మనం ఆ ర్యామ్ కెపాసిటీని దీన్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట, ప్రాసెస్ ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం. అండ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ ఆప్షన్ ఇస్ key pair. What do you do with this key pair? Why we are going to create this key pair? So we are going to create a key pair. What is the necessity of creating a key pair? We will use key pair for connecting to the system. జనరల్ గా మనం సర్వర్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం. మనం AWS క్లౌడ్ లో ఒక సర్వర్ మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటాం, సర్వర్ ని రెడీ చేస్తున్నాం. సర్వర్ రెడీ అయిన తర్వాత మనకి దాంతో కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి కదా, కంప్యూటర్ తో మనం కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి కదా. ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ మల్టిపుల్ టెర్మినాలజీ, సర్వర్, కంప్యూటర్. అకార్డింగ్ టు AWS టెర్మినాలజీ, వాట్ షుడ్ వి కాల్? ఇన్స్టాన్స్. We should call it as instance. సో క్లౌడ్ లో ఒకసారి మనం ఒక ఇన్స్టాన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటాం, దాంతో మనం కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి. దాంతో మనకు కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలంటే మనకి ఏం కావాలంటే ఏం చెప్పాం? We need key pair. Key pair is required. What is the purpose of key pair? You can use the key pair to securely connect to your instance. We are using this key pair to securely connect to your instance. Otherwise, we are using this key pair to securely connect to our instances. Ensure that you have access to the selected key before you launch this. Ensure that you have access to the selected key before you launch the instance. అంటే ఇది మనం కీపైర్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసి పెట్టుకుంటాం. ఆ కీపైర్ ఎందుకు అంటే మనం క్లౌడ్ లో ఉన్న మెషిన్ తో కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి అంటే ఆ కీపైర్ మనకి యాక్సెస్ లో ఉండాలి. ఆ కీపైర్ అనేది మన దగ్గర ఉండాలి. If that keypair is with you, if that keypair is with you, then you can log into that particular system. That's why it is they are giving one statement here. If you want to connect with the system, make sure that you are able to access with the access key. ఆ యాక్సెస్ కి మీ దగ్గర ఉంటే మీరు ఆ సిస్టమ్ తో కనెక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. దాన్ని మనం ఆ కీ పేర్ ని మనం ఏమంటున్నాం? యాక్సెస్ కీ అంటున్నాం. సో లెట్ మీ షో యూ హౌ టు క్రియేట్ ఎ కీ పేర్. యూ హ్యావ్ ఎన్ ఆప్షన్ హియర్, create a new key pair. You can select create a new key pair and you can provide the key pair name. I'm going to provide the key pair name as my wish. So I have already created many key pairs. Now I'm going to create one more key pair. So I'm just giving Vamsi789KP. I don't know whether if the same key pair is existing already or not. I don't know. I'm just giving the name Vamsi78. You can give like this. You can give your own names and all. Okay, but try to give the meaningful names whenever you give. Try to give the meaningful names. I'm just giving a name called Vamsi789KP. This is the key pair I'm giving. And you don't worry about the extensions, key pair type and the format. Your key pair type should be RSA. Your key pair type should be RSA. And your format should be like PEM.PEM. ఎలా ఉండాలంటే మీకు కీ పేర్ టైప్ ఆర్ఎస్ డిఫాల్ట్ గా ఉంటుంది, మనం ఏం సెలెక్ట్ చేయం. జస్ట్ మీరు కీ పేర్ నేమ్ ఇస్తే చాలు. కీ పేర్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చి you just click on create a new key pair. That's it. So when you click on a create a key pair, so automatically one file will be downloaded. You see the same name is already there. That's why it is taking like Vamsi789kp1.py. Okay, so anyhow we have downloaded a key pair. My key pair is in the downloads folder now. I have downloaded a key pair and that key pair is available with me now. That key pair is with me now in the downloads folder. That's why now we have created a key pair and we have provided the key pair name called Vamsi789kp, and I'm going down. As of now, I am not going to modify anything with the network settings. Prastaniki in network settings name disturb cheyaledu. We will discuss about network settings in the upcoming sessions. So I'm not going to change any network settings as of now. So to understand this network settings, we must understand the concept of VPC, virtual private cloud అనేది మనం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. So once we have a discussion on VPC, then we will have a discussion on this network settings. So I'm not disturbing this network settings as of now. If I do not disturb, it will take all the default network settings. మనం ఏ ఆప్షన్ సెలెక్ట్ చేయకపోతే డిఫాల్ట్ గా అది కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ తీసుకుంటుంది. So I'm leaving for the default options and I'm coming down. This is a storage. Next option is storage, configure storage. What is the storage? What is the maximum storage I can avail as a free tier user? As a free tier user, free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB. Okay, free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB. So as of now, default గా 10 GB తీసుకునింది, 10 GB storage తీసుకునింది. మీకు ఎంత స్టోరేజ్ కావాలన్నా అంత తీసుకోవచ్చు. మాక్సిమం స్టోరేజ్ కెపాసిటీ ఎంత అనేది మనం చూద్దాం. మీకు ఎంత స్టోరేజ్ కావాలన్నా అంత తీసుకోవచ్చు. కాకపోతే 30 GB వరకు తీసుకుంటే ఏం చెప్తున్నాడు, ఫ్రీ టైర్ ఎలిజిబిలిటీ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి, అంటే బిల్లు మనకు బిల్ జనరేట్ అవ్వకుండా ఫ్రీ టైర్ ఎలిజిబిలిటీ అని ఉంటుంది అనమాట. అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్న స్టార్టింగ్ లో కొన్ని రోజుల వరకు ఫ్రీ టైర్ ఎలిజిబిలిటీ అని ఒకటి ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఫ్రీ టైర్ ఎలిజిబిలిటీ అంటే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మీకు కొన్ని డాలర్స్ అనేవి క్రియేట్ అవుతాయి మీ అకౌంట్ కి. మీరు వన్స్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత, న్యూ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత, సో AWS విల్ క్రెడిట్ యూ సమ్ డాలర్స్ ఆఫ్ అమౌంట్. కొన్ని డాలర్స్ మీ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ అవుతాయి. ఆ డాలర్స్ ఖర్చు అయ్యేంత వరకు మీరు ఫ్రీగా అకౌంట్ యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. దాన్నే ఫ్రీ టైర్ ఎలిజిబిలిటీ అంటాం. ఓకే, ఆ డాలర్స్ అన్ని అయిపోయేంత వరకు దానికి ఒక టైం అనేది ఉంటుంది, 1 year టైం అనేది ఉంటుంది. ఆ 1 year లోపల డాలర్ అమౌంట్ అంతా అయిపోయింది అనుకోండి, అప్పటి నుంచి మీకు బిల్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. 1 year లోపల అంటే 1 month లో అయిపోవచ్చు, 2 months లో అయిపోవచ్చు, అది మీరు యూజ్ చేసేదాన్ని బట్టి. సో దే విల్ క్రెడిట్ యూ సమ్ అమౌంట్, దే విల్ గివ్ యూ సమ్ అమౌంట్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ డాలర్స్. సో యూ కెన్ యూజ్ దట్ ఫ్రీ టైర్ విత్ ఇన్ ద 1 month or 2 months. మీరు అవంతా 1 month లో యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు, 2 months లో యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. మీరు యూజ్ చేసే సర్వీస్ ని బట్టి ఉంటుంది. సో 1 or 2 months లో మీరు యూజ్ చేసేస్తే తర్వాత నుంచి బిల్లింగ్ ఎనేబుల్ చేసుకోవాల్సి వస్తుంది అనమాట. అంటే బిల్లింగ్ జనరేట్ అవ్వకుండా మీరు ఏ సర్వీసెస్ ని యూజ్ చేయలేరు. సో అది కూడా చూద్దాం మనం. ఫ్రీ టైర్ ఎలిజిబిలిటీ కస్టమర్స్ కెన్ గెట్ అప్ టు 30 GB అని. సో యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ డిఫాల్ట్ గా 10 GB తీసుకుంటుంది, మనం ఏం డిస్టర్బ్ చేయట్లేదు. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ కమింగ్ డౌన్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆస్కింగ్ సమ్మరీ, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆస్కింగ్ హౌ మెనీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్టాన్సెస్ యూ వాంట్ టు కనెక్ట్. as I'm going with one. Okay, one instance. ఒక ఇన్స్టాన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది. I'm going to launch an instance. Click on launch an instance. So how to launch an instance and all we have seen in the previous classes itself. Now let me show you how can we connect with the system. How can we connect with this machine that is present in the AWS cloud? The AWS cloud లో మనం machine create చేసాం. How can we connect to this machine that is present in the AWS cloud? AWS cloud లో ఈ machine తో మనం ఎలా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలో చూద్దాం ఒకసారి. So for connecting to this machine, we need what I told you that in the previous class itself. In the previous class itself, I told you, let me take some time to explain all these things. You see here, we have created a machine in the AWS cloud. Okay. The AWS instance. We have created AWS instance. And this is your AWS cloud. Okay. This is your AWS cloud, and you have created an AWS instance. Now, if I want to connect to this machine, if I want to connect to that AWS instance, you have to connect from the local system, right? You have to connect from your local system. This is consider this is your laptop, okay? Personal laptop or local computer, whatever it is. Consider this is your personal laptop. Then we are going to connect with the AWS instance. Consider this is your personal laptop. You are going to connect with your AWS instance. How can we connect with the AWS instance? How can we connect with the AWS instance? If this is your personal laptop, how can we connect with the AWS instance? We can connect with the AWS instance by a software called, what software we will use? Git. We are going to use a software called Git for connecting with the. I'll show you what is the software. The software we are going to install in our local computer is Git. So this is the software we are going to download. So you can see it in the Google by typing as Git bash and all. Let me show you how can we download this software and how can we connect with the Git bash. So I'm going to the Google. So you understood the concept, right? In the AWS cloud, we have created an instance. We have created some instance. With which operating system we have created? Do you remember what is the operating system we have selected?
Red Hat.
Yeah, we have selected the operating system. Now I would like to connect with this machine. So if I want to connect with this machine from my personal laptop or from my personal computer, I need a software in my personal computer called Git bash. Okay, I need a software called Git bash in my personal computer, so that by using this particular software, we can connect with the instance. How can we connect with that? We will see now. So I'm going to the Google. I'm just going to the Google and search like Git bash download. You just search like Git bash download. Git bash download. So Git bash download. So first link, okay, when you search like this, in the first link itself, you can see some like downloads -git SCM. Just click on that. And since you are using Word, decide whether which operating system you are using in your personal laptop. Suppose if you are using Mac OS, you can go with this option. Linux or Unix, you can go with this option. I am using Windows in my machine. In my personal machine, I'm using Windows operating system. That's why I'm selecting Windows. Okay. So I'm downloading Git software for the Windows operating system. I'm downloading Git software. Okay, I'm downloading Git software for the Windows operating system. I'm selecting on Windows operating system. So I'm using 64-bit in only, 64-bit machine only, 64-bit. So that's why I'm going for 64-bit for Windows. I'm clicking on 64-bit for Windows. Once you select that, you see automatically a particular file with .exe. Okay, Git bash software with .exe file will be downloaded. So you all know how to install a software with .exe. It is very simple. Go to the downloads folder. Go to the downloads folder. A file is downloaded with exe. You can just click on, you can double click on it, and it will ask for run option. You can click on the run option so that it will get installed. exe file download అయింది. Double click చేస్తే run అనే option మీకు ఉంటుంది అక్కడ. You can click on run option, then automatically the software will get installed into your computer. Okay. So this is how you are going. This is how it will take. Okay. This is how we are going to install Git bash software in our personal computer. We can see that. So anyhow, I'm just clicking on and just running this file. Let's see how it is going to install. Yes. Then I'm clicking on install. You see here it is, what it is showing. I have already Git in my personal laptop. In my personal laptop, I'm already having a Git software. Now it is showing like removing the previous Git version. First, it is trying to remove the previous Git version, and then it is installing the newer version. So it is now installing the new version. So this is how the Git software will be installed in your computer. Okay. Process is taking place. Now let's wait for the installation. Once it is installed, then we can learn how can we connect to the machine. So once this Git software is ready, once this Git software is available in our personal laptop or personal system, we can open this Git Bash software. We can open this Git Bash software. Yes, this is all. This is done with the installation. Okay, we are done with the installation, right? We are done with the installation. How can we know whether the Git is installed or not? How can we know whether this particular software is installed? Very simple. You can go to the desktop. You can go to your desktop. Just give a right click. Go to the desktop. Just give a right click. Anywhere you can give a right click with the mouse. Once you give right click with the mouse, it will show some options like refresh option. Okay, view sort by refresh. Like this, some options will be displayed. Along with those options, you can also see an option called Git Bash. Can you able to see here two options, Git Bash here and Git GUI here? Previously, you can observe that those two options will not be with you. So once you install Git software, Git install చేసిన తర్వాత మౌస్ రైట్ క్లిక్ ఇచ్చి చూడండి. రైట్ క్లిక్ ఇస్తే మీరు ఒక రెండు ఆప్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి ఇక్కడ. Git GUI here అని, Git Bash here అని టూ ఆప్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. So we are going with once we see these two options, okay. Right click ఇచ్చి చూస్తే మీరు Git Bash here and Git GUI here two options ఉంటాయి. ఈ two options మీరు కానీ చూస్తే ఇక్కడ, so then you can decide that you are done with the installation. You can decide that you are done with the Git installation. Git అనేది మీ దాంట్లో ఉందని మీనింగ్ అని. సో మనం Git ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసాం బానే ఉంది. So where we have to open the Git software, let's try to understand. Where is our file, PEM file, which we have downloaded? Do you remember? We have downloaded one security. We have downloaded one key file, one key pair. We have downloaded one key pair. Do you remember where that key pair is available? So it is available. It will be available in your downloads folder. అంటే మీ డౌన్లోడ్ పాత్ ఏదైతే పెట్టుంటారో మీ సిస్టంలో అక్కడ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో నేను డౌన్లోడ్ చేశాను దాన్ని, కీ పేర్ డౌన్లోడ్ అయింది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ మై కీ పేర్. So I'm going to my key pair where that file is available. ఇది 1c789kp.1 kp1.pem. ఇదనమాట మనం డౌన్లోడ్ చేసిన కీ పేరు. ఆ కీ పేర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి, ఆ కీ పేరు ఉన్న లొకేషన్ లోకి వెళ్ళి, యాక్చువల్ కీ పేర్ పైన మనం రైట్ క్లిక్ ఇవ్వకూడదు, కీ పేర్ పైన ఇవ్వకూడదు. ఆ కీ పేర్ ఉన్న లొకేషన్ లోకి వెళ్ళి రైట్ క్లిక్ ఇచ్చి you can open Git Bash here. So where we are opening Git Bash, just remember, okay, you cannot open Git Bash software. You cannot open Git Bash software. Otherwise, we will not open Git Bash from the other different locations. We cannot open from the other different locations. You make sure that you have to open the Git Bash software where the PEM file is available. You have to open the Git Bash from the location where that PEM file is available. So PEM file is available in the downloads folder. So I'm going into the downloads folder. I'm just giving a right click and I'm going with the Git Bash here. నేను దానిపైన రైట్ క్లిక్ ఇవ్వలేదు, చూడండి మళ్ళీ కూడా ఓపెన్ చేస్తున్నాము. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గివింగ్ రైట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ టాప్ ఆఫ్ ద PEM file. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్ టు ద డౌన్లోడ్స్ ఫోల్డర్ అండ్ I'm looking for my PEM file. It is available in the downloads folder. So in the same location, the downloads location, I'm opening Git Bash. So once you open Git Bash, then go to that instance. Where is that instance we have created? This is the instance we have created. You can see the instance state. What is the status of this machine? Can you able to see what is the status of this machine? Running. This machine is running. And what is the type we have selected while creating an instance? Instance type we have selected is T2.medium. You all know that T2.medium comes with 2 processors and 2 CPUs as well as 4 GB RAM, I think. Okay, 4 GB RAM capacity. So if you want to name this machine, you can name this machine by giving a proper name, by giving a name here. So you can edit here. We have an edit option. You can edit here and you can give some name. I'm giving some name to this machine like this is my Red Hat machine. Okay, I'm just giving name like this is my Red Hat. So I'm saving like this. So we have provided some name to the machine. It is not mandatory that you have to provide name always, but it is better we provide names to the machines, right? So to avoid confusions and all. Suppose if I create two machines, so naming convention is better to identify those machines, I think. So that's why we are naming the machines, and I'm going to open this machine. How to see more details on this machine? You just click on the instance ID. Here we have an instance ID, right? Click on the instance ID. Instance ID మీద మీరు click చేస్తే ఆ instance గురించి more details. We can see more details on that machine. What is the private IP address of the machine? What is the public IP address of the machine? You see, each and every machine will have public IP address as well as private IP address. And instance ID. Each and every machine will also have instance ID. Like that, there are some details. See, for each and every instance, all the instances will have details, right? Like that, whenever you create an instance, if you want to see more details of that particular instance, okay? If you want to see more details on that particular instance, more details about that instance, then you can go, you see here, this is an EC2 dashboard actually. This is the EC2 dashboard. And we have an option called instances running. Click on instances running. You see here one instance is running. And where you have to select? Where you have to select to go inside that? Click on instance ID. Click on instance ID to see more details of that machine. So this is how you can see more details of that machine. We will discuss about each and every one, okay? So then for connecting to this machine, we have an option here called connect. Can you able to see an option called connect? Yes. Click on connect. Once you click on connect, you will find some options like EC2 instance connect, session manager, SSH client, EC2 serial console. Like that, we'll be having different options here, you see. But among these options, you have to go with an option called SSH client. Okay, SSH client. Why? Because we are going to connect with the Red Hat machine, all the Linux flavor machines, like Red Hat, Ubuntu, whatever the machines we have. We will connect with those machines by using SSH protocol. How communication takes place from our local machine to the remote machine, which is available in the cloud, by using a protocol called SSH. Port numbers will be there, right? SSH port. So for Windows machine, what is the port we use? RDP, remote desktop protocol. For Linux machines, we are using a port called SSH. SSH port. You can see SSH. Okay, simple and secure shell. SSH stands for simple and secure shell protocol. So this is the protocol that opens the protocol that is there for communication. So with the help of this protocol only, we are going to connect. So SSH client select చేస్తాము. SSH client select చేస్తే కిందకు వస్తే మీరు అన్ని డీటెయిల్స్ మీరు చూసిన తర్వాత లాస్ట్ లో ఒక ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది మీకు SSH అని. You can find an example command here how to connect from the local. So copy that command. You just copy that command. Go to the downloads where we have opened git bash. A command copy చేసి ఎక్కడైతే మనం git bash ఓపెన్ చేస్తున్నామో ఆ git bash లో ఆ command మీరు paste చేయండి. Once you paste that, it will ask us whether you want to connect. Yes. Just type yes. So that what it is showing, it is having some issue with the key. Let me see. See what happens is that, see, we have given some name, right, for key pair, like WAMC789KP1.pem. This is the name we have provided to the key pair. So with the same name, some other key pair is also some other key pair is also available. Okay, with the same key pair, some other file is also available. So let us try to connect once again. If there are some issues, we will connect once again. We will see this. I'm going to open, okay, in the downloads folder, I'm going to open this git bash. I'm opening git bash. Just provide that one. Sorry. So SSH client, copy this SSH command, paste that command over here. Yes, permission denied. We are not able to access. We are not able to access. See, what happened is that, see, here it is showing like wamsi789kp.com, but the file is downloaded. The file is downloaded as, let's see, yeah, we will try to resolve this. Go to downloads. Already some file is there with wamsi789kp. First, we will download that file. Oh, first, we will remove that file where we can. See, long time ago, we have that file. I'm going to delete this. Otherwise, we'll do one thing. We'll rename it. Okay, that is the problem why we are not able to connect. Already we had a key with the same name called wamsi789kp. And we also downloaded, just now we have also downloaded the same key pair with the name called wamsi789kp. So since the same file is already available, it is taking the name with 789kp 1.pem. Now when we are going to pass this, when we are going to give this, identify this, it is identifying this key pair. So, but it is not identifying with the name called wamsi789kp. Key pair is available with wamsi789 1.pem. Okay. So that is why I could not able to identify. You'll see that's why the issue is that one. So we can go back. We can go back to the instance. Right. Let's create one more instance very fastly. I'm going to create one more instance. You see here, launch instance. Launch instance. Now I'm selecting Ubuntu machine. You can select anything. Okay, Red Hat or whatever it is. Ubuntu. I'm giving the name as Ubuntu. My Ubuntu. Okay. Giving the name as my Ubuntu. And Ubuntu operating system I have selected. Instance type T2.micro, 1 CPU and 1 GB. I'm going with the same one. And here I'm going to select the key pair. I'm not going to create a key pair. Even you can create a key pair, but I'm going with the existing key pair. Okay. What is the key pair? I'm already having a key pair called Devops 22kp. I'm already having a key pair called Devops 22kp. So I'm going with the key pair. Okay. So this is the key pair I'm going to use. Otherwise, if you want to create a new key pair, you can select new key pair. You see. Now you can give the key pair name, new key pair name. So what key pair I'm giving here? AWS 22kp. I'm giving the key pair name as AWS 22kp. Okay. I'm just creating it. Yes, that is downloaded. Okay. And the key pair name, we are providing this storage capacity. I'm going with the same details. I'm going to launch an instance. That's it. Okay. Within few seconds, we can launch an instance. Very simple. So you can go to the instances. Now you go to the My Ubuntu. Still, My Ubuntu machine is not. It is not showing in the running state. You can see here. You can see the instance state here. My Ubuntu is still in the pending state. Okay, you have to wait for a few seconds to come into the running state. Once it comes into the running state, once that My Ubuntu machine comes into the running state, then you can start connecting with the machine. So usually, if it comes into the running state also, it will not show the status. It will not update the status. So better is that you have to sometimes you need to refresh. Better you can refresh and you can see the status. See, my Ubuntu is now in the running state. You can select the my Ubuntu machine. Select the my Ubuntu machine. Click on connect. Today option monkey SSH client. Copy that SSH command. I told you that. We will click on connect and we will go for SSH client. Copy the command, last command. Example తర్వాత ఉంటుంది అనమాట. Example అని ఉంటుంది. ఆ కమాండ్ మనం కాపీ చేసుకొని ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు మనం. Where our PEM file is available. PEM file is available in downloads folder. Go to the downloads folder where your PEM file is available. So my PEM file is available. My PEM file is AWS 22 KB. That is available in the downloads folder. I'm going to the downloads folder. I'm opening git bash. Okay. Git bash software. Now I'm pasting the command over here. You see here, now we can able to connect with this system. Yes. We're able to see, we are able to connect with the system. Here you can see Ubuntu @ some IP address. This is the IP address of the machine we have connected. This is the IP address of the machine 172.31.7-4. 172.31.7.4. You see, go to the machine, go to the EC2 dashboard. Click on instances. This is the machine we have connected, right? My Ubuntu. Click on my Ubuntu. What is the private IP address of this machine? 172.31.7.4. 172.31.7.4. This is the IP address of the machine. Okay, we have connected. Okay. So we have connected successfully. We have connected successfully. You can verify. So I'm just giving, this is the machine we have connected Ubuntu machine. I'm just giving a command called clear command to clear the screen. Clear and a Linux command in the screen clear cheyadam kosam. I'm just giving clear command to clear the screen. So you can provide ls command, ls ane command in మన Linux లో to see the files available in the system. మనం కనెక్ట్ అయిన మెషిన్ లో ఏమైనా ఫైల్స్ ఉన్నాయో లేదో చూడడానికి ls అనే కమాండ్ ఇస్తాం. ఏం లేవు ఎందుకంటే ఫ్రెష్ మెషిన్ we have created just now. We have not created any files. Suppose if you want to create any file, we will use command, simple command like touch command, touch space file1. Consider I'm using a command called basic command called touch command, touch space file1. What is the purpose? Why we are using this command? We are using this touch command for creating a file, for creating a new file. Empty file create cheyadam kosam touch command uses. What is the file name we have provided? File1. Okay, touch space file1. Yes, file has been created. File1 has been created. How to see? How to see whether the file1 is created or not? So always we have to interact by using yeah, we have to interact with this by using commands only. So I'm just using ls command to see the list of files. Previously, we don't have that file1. Now the file1 is being created. File1 has been created. If you want to create one more file, you can see, you can create touch space file2. Give ls command. You can see file1 and file2 is file2 are available. Both are available. This is about creating a file. How to create a directory? How can we create directory? Once we suppose if you are connected with the Linux
mkdir.
We have a basic Linux command called mkdir. Mkdir space. You can give the directory name. I'm giving directory name called dir1. Mkdir space directory1. Directory is nothing but it's like a folder. In our Windows environment, we'll call it as folder. In Linux, we'll call it as a directory. In Linux, we'll call it as directory. Terminology is different. That's it. In Linux, we're calling it as directory. So mkdir space dir1. Yes. ls command, by providing ls, by giving ls command, you can see the list of files and directories that are available. Yes. You can observe the difference between file and directory also. All the files are indicating with white color, right? They're been indicating with white color. What about the directory? See, to mention the difference, to specify the difference, directory is indicating with blue color, like see. This is indicating with blue color and these two are indicating with file. The files are indicating with the white color. So like that also we can identify. How can we identify whether it is a file or directory here? When we are interacting with by using CLI, command line interface. Okay, when we are interacting with command line interface, we can identify like this. If it is indicated with blue color, then it is called directory. We can identify identify that one as directory. So like that, we can create an instance and we can connect with that instance. Very simple. And the tomorrow's class, we can discuss about options in the EC2 service. See, once we go to the EC2 service, there are many things we need to discuss. So in the tomorrow's class, what we are going to discuss is like, let me show you. The tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss about like, how can we see if, once we create a machine, once we create the EC2 machine, okay, once we create an EC2 machine, then how we are going to attach some other extra memory. If we want to attach some extra memory, how can we attach? Okay, how can we terminate the instances? See, here we have created instances. Suppose if I want to terminate the instance, if I want to stop the instance, yes, we can do it. Select the machine, go to instance state. How many instance states we have? See, we can see what are the instance states available here. We have an stop, we have a state called stop instance, reboot instance, and terminate instance. What is the meaning here? Stop in the sense what? We are just shut down. We are just shutting down our machine. Okay, when I click on the stop instance, your machine will get shut down. That's it. What about reboot? Your machine will get restarted. Terminate means what? That will be permanently deleted. This machine will get permanently deleted from the AWS cloud, from this particular region called Mumbai. Delete అయిపోతుంది. Terminate అని ఇచ్చారంటే delete అయిపోతుంది. You can see here, I'm going to terminate this instance called my Red Hat. I'm going to select instance state, terminate instance. It is asking for the confirmation. Yes. Okay, terminate instance. It is asking for the confirmation. I've deleted it. Successfully terminated. See, you see the state. First it is shutting down. Okay, after that it will get terminated. Now I want to stop this my Ubuntu machine. How can I stop? See, you can select that machine. You can stop the machine. Okay. Then whenever you want, you can again start that machine. Stopping is nothing but what? Just shutting down. We're just shutting down our machine. That's it. So that's it for today. We will meet tomorrow for the next class. Okay. Next class. Please join tomorrow by the same time at 8 a.m. Okay. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow. Any doubts, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll close it for today.
So actually I have deleted one instance, terminated, but it is showing in still showing in instances.
Instances, but the status will be like
terminated. Yes,
slowly it will disappear. It will take some time to disappear from the this status. Okay.
Okay.
You know that machine will not be available now. It will not be available, but the status will be showing like terminated.
Okay.
After some time, that will be deleted. That history will be deleted.
Okay.
Right. Any other doubts you have?
From tomorrow onwards, we'll have that demonstration are over completed, right? Today?
Yeah. By today, demo sessions are completed. Even we have posted the demo links in the YouTube. You can suggest to your friends or anyone. Okay, if anyone is interested,
okay,
join. So please confirm by tomorrow. Okay, if you're joining, please confirm by tomorrow. They'll discuss in the group. Okay, regarding that demo session. Right, thank you. You don't have any doubts. Thank you.
Okay.